Hey everyone, welcome into Siren Records Monterey. It's Fresh Catch Friday. If you're new to the channel, this is where we talk about some of the new releases, reissues, and represses that came out mostly on vinyl this week. Today is Friday. Friday is new release day. And I usually start with a pick of the week. And then you will see there's a list posted in the comments section down below that gives you the items and the prices. Some of the things you see on the list are not things that we are going to be discussing here now because we're trying to move it along. They're still opening boxes in the other room, and so I don't have every single piece to show you. But anyway, let's get to it. This week I actually have two picks of the week for you, and we're going to start out with The Hives, The Death of Randy Fitzsimmons, and this comes to us on the Disc Hive label. Okay, so the undisputed icons of rock and roll, the Hives, they're back. They're channeling the electrifying energy of their greatest hits with their first album in over 10 years, which is amazing, right? Anyway, their colossal new album here, Death of Randy Fitzsimmons, it reignites the band's lore in this really arresting kind of fashion, exploring the disappearance of the band's mysterious sixth member, Randy Fitzsimmons, even leading them to dig up his grave. And what they found inside the casket is what you can hear now on this record. And this you can get, it's either on the exclusive cream vinyl, which tells you right here, or black, basic black standard. Anyway, I love the Hives. They're just pure garage rock and roll, and it's so nice to have them back. So here you go, and there they are all looking into the casket and on the photo at the front. It's great. So welcome back, Hives. And anyway, my second pick for you this week is a very interesting piece. I picked it just because it's so unusual and cool. And this is actually, it's David Byrne and Fatboy Slim, Here Lies Love. This is 2 LPs on the None Such label. It's a double disc song cycle. It's poignant, decidedly surreal, very surprisingly thought-provoking about the rise and fall of the Philippines' notorious Imelda Marcos, who's pictured here on the cover. And it was conceived by David Byrne and composed by Byrne and artist Fatboy Slim, who's also known as Norman Cook. And it was performed by this dream cast drawn from the worlds of indie rock, alt country, R&B, and pop. So David Byrne's taste in collaborators is as imaginative as it is lighthearted. And anyway, this is really impeccable choices for people. He's, for example, got Cyndi Lauper. She recounts to kind of disco beats Imelda's courtship with Ferdinand Marcos. You have Steve Earle as the power-hungry Ferdinand. You have Dap King's vocalist Sharon Jones, who's recalling Imelda's introduction into New York society. Estrella, anticipating, okay, that's the name of the character, is Estrella, and she's contemplating the, or anticipating the onset of martial law. You also have, along with vocals turns from stars like Tori Amos and the B-52s, Kate Pearson. David Byrne works with rising indie rockers St. Vincent and My Brightest Diamond. The New York Chanteuses Nellie McKay and Martha Wainwright, and dance music divas Roisin Murphy and Santi Gold. Byrne himself appears as the voice of imperialistic America on American Troglodyte. It's a send-up that, you know, it wouldn't seem out of place on like the Talking Heads True Stories album. But anyway, it's supposed to be a show at some point, I think. And how cool is that? Anyway, a really amazing, thought-provoking piece. So I had to pick that one for you too. Okay, now I've got a pile of stuff here. I'm going to go as fast as I can. I think maybe if I get to where we're going to pass the 30-minute mark, I'll just end it and you can see it on the list below. How's that? Okay, first up, this is Here They Come. You know, it's only a matter of time. It's still August and we've got our first Christmas album, and this is Louis Armstrong. Louis wishes you a cool Yule. It's on Verve. Okay, so Satchmo devoted his life to the cause of happiness, and as he once put it, giving the gift of joy every time he put his trumpet to his lips. Since his passing, his music has become synonymous with the holidays and the whole season. So Louis wishes you a cool Yule is, believe it or not, the first Louis Armstrong Christmas record. its previously unheard recording of Louis' reading of A Visit from St. Nicholas, with fellow New Orleans icon Sullivan Fortner providing a gorgeous musical underbed. So anyway, that's something that's kind of interesting, but now we're going to see it more than ever. The Christmas is just going to keep coming, right? Next up, Ryan Bingham. This is Watch Out for the Wolf. This is on the Bingham Recording Company label. It's his new EP, Watch Out for the Wolf, finds the Grammy Award-winning artist crafting his most raw and intimate work to date, written and recorded by him in the wilderness of Montana. The haunting and evocative collection of songs here, it seamlessly intertwined to capture a moment suspended in time, filtered through the stillness and the echoes of desolate surroundings in which they actually were created. For real, for real. Guided by his signature poetic lyricism and soulful delivery, this is the first project produced, performed, and mixed entirely by Bingham. And it's carving very distinctive space in the singer-songwriter's ever-evolving catalog. This is an indie exclusive, and it's on Bonfire Orange, and it does tell you that on the sticker. Okay, then we have Bonnie Prince Billy, Keeping Secrets Will Destroy You, and this is from Drag City. It's a tale old as time. It's an album. Its songs or music are for people to listen to together. Before it gets too late, Bonnie Prince Billy stands as the nexus of all kinds of music he can summon with his friends, his family, and his community, and all roads go through him. There's no holding back. A million billion moments are on the line, and he's going to tell you about it on this in his world. Okay, this is David Bowie, Ziggy Stardust, and the Spiders from Mars, the motion picture. And this is double gold vinyl. So the 3rd of July in 1973, David Bowie retired Ziggy Stardust, his most famous alter ego, in front of 5,000 stunned fans at London's Hammersmith Odeon. So now the fully restored film and the soundtrack are to be released for the first time for the 50th anniversary of this of the show. So renowned filmmaker D.A. Pennebaker, who did films like Monterey Pop and Bob Dylan, Don't Look Back, Depeche Mode 101. Anyway, he captured this momentous event by filming Bowie and the Spiders from Mars backstage and on stage. And if you come in the store, we have a nice gift for purchase. We have this nice thick paper poster for you. And they've also sent matches, okay? I always wonder, why, if it's a good idea for them to send matches in the mail to do these promos that they sometimes do. But anyway, they're a cool thing to have, and yeah, this is a beautiful thing. 2 double LP on gold vinyl. Okay, next here's John Cale, Words for the Dying. This is on the All Saints label, okay, the first time vinyl repress of a John Cale album originally released on the Opal label in 1989. So it's produced by Brian Eno. It's a heartfelt Falklands salute. Cale's Baroque and heartfelt response to the Anglo-Argentinian War, which finds him setting the poems of his beloved Dylan Thomas to music. So it's also another kind of a thinking piece. It's a project that could easily have collapsed under the weight of its own ambition, but it's instead a late masterpiece thanks to his deep-seated composition genius and the unobtrusive and resonant production from Brian Eno. And it's on clear vinyl. Okay, and does it tell us that? Limited edition clear vinyl. It does say it at the bottom of the blurb there, and it's got a download card in there too. Okay, this is Chastity Belt, No Regrets on Suicide Squeeze, and it's the sound of 4 friends evolving from a party band into a real one in real time. Written when No Regrets came out in the summer of 2013, Seattle and the world at large took notice, and you still hear these songs in surprising places if you keep your ears open. If you missed out on the first time, this is your second chance. Limited edition of 1,000 copies on black and white swirl vinyl, and it includes a download code. Okay, this is Holly Cook, and this is called Happy Hour in Dub, and it's on Merge. Heavenly set of dub versions to pair with Holly Cook's critically acclaimed 2022 album, Happy Hour. So her first full dub record since 2012. In dub was coaxed into being by listening to the original album kind of modern lovers rock. And the reason and inspiration for wanting to make a dub record is because Happy Hour in its original form had so many intricate musical details and thoughts throughout the song, that from the backing vocal and string arrangements to some more subtle details. So anyway, it was much like left to explore and expose the songs and take them to a further place. So that's what they're trying to do on this one. And this one here, it looks to be, it's got a download, but it looks to be on standard black vinyl. Okay, this is a really great piece that people will love. This is a reissue of Julie Cruz, Floating into the Night on Sacred Bones. Her 1989 album, Floating into the Night, it's this hauntingly beautiful, critically acclaimed work that showcases her unique vocal style and atmospheric dreamlight music of the composer Angelo Badalamenti. The album was produced by Badalamenti and David Lynch, who had previously worked together on the soundtrack for Lynch's film Blue Velvet. So today, in the wake of both Julie Cruz and Angelo Badalamenti's passing, it's important to honor their musical legacy here and contribution to both the sonic and cinematic landscapes. The album is widely regarded as a masterpiece of a definitive moment in the development of dream pop, that genre, and its unofficial soundtrack to the cult classic television show Twin Peaks. And while the album's best known song may be the showy iconic theme song called Falling, it also contains many of Julie Cruz's most beloved hits, including Rockin' Back Inside My Heart and The Nightingale. So this comes to us on a limited edition pink vinyl, and it just tells you that on the little strip there, okay? And here come the airplanes, okay. Next up we have the Cult Ceremony reissue, and this is 2 LPs on Beggar's Banquet. The 5th album, Ceremony. 2 editions here are available. Blue and red is the exclusive to independent retail, and there is also black vinyl. It's originally released in '91, the follow-up to Sonic Temple, which was just a massive album for them, and it marked a turning point in their sound and style, and it was their first without longtime bassist Jamie Stewart. So the album was a commercial success, reaching number 25 on the Billboard chart. It remains a fan favorite and an important album in the Cult's discography. And it's heavily influenced by Native American culture. It's a testament to the ability to evolve and adapt while staying true to their roots, and it's songs about spirituality and love and rebellion. Okay, so this one is pressed on black double vinyl, and it says that right there. And then this one, you will be able to see that it is the blue and red vinyl. So that's what you're looking for on the stickers to choose the variant that you would like best. I think there's another Cult reissue out today, but it's another room, so hey, let's just keep moving. This is Danzig 777, I Lucifari on Cleopatra. It's the final installment of Danzig's epic heptology of crushing heavy metal masterpieces. So Danzig ended the 7-album series on a high note, earning some of the best reviews in years, with the LA Weekly calling the album controlled, relentless darkness and passion. Great song after great song, and Blistering saying there isn't a weak moment on the album. So this one has got it all. The highlights include the 2 singles, Wicked Pussycat and Kiss the Skull, and as well as the album's ominous closer, Without Light I Am. This is the final album to feature Joey Castillo as a member who would move on to join Queens of the Stone Age. So this is on limited edition, black, white, and red split splatter. Sometimes they call that like the butterfly splatter, but anyway, it looks kind of like that. All right, now we have De La Soul. This is a reissue. It's Art Official Intelligence Mosaic Thump, and it's on Chrysalis. And this is the 5th studio album by De La Soul, released on August 8th of 2000. Among the guests on the album are Redman, Tash, and J-Ro of the Licks, Exhibit, Busta Rhymes, Mike D, and Ad Rock from the Beastie Boys, and Busy Bee, Freddie Fox, and Shaka Khan. So Mosaic Thump returned De La Soul to chart territory once again, thanks to the hit singles Ooh and All Good. And Ooh was nominated for a Source Award, and the album was nominated for a Grammy for the best rap performance by a duo or a group. And also there is like another reissue of De La Soul's 6th album, I believe, out this week. Again, I don't have one to show you, just letting you know. Okay, this is cool. This is the Donnas, self-titled on Real Gone Music, and recorded when they were still in high school. The Donnas' 1997 debut was and forever will be one of the most infectious sing-along slabs of punk ever on wax. Okay, this is owing no small debt to the Ramones. The girls gleefully turned to the sex, drugs, and rock and roll dials up to 11 on this, except this time it's the females that are looking for the action. And as for Real Gone reissue of this classic, you're getting the Donnas raw and unfiltered. They actually scored the original quarter-inch 2-track master tape of this. So you're getting an all-analog version of this punk rock masterpiece. Band commentary just adds to the fun. And it's on natural with black swirl vinyl. So I'm not really quite sure what that means, but natural with black swirl. Okay. Now, if I could just, I don't know how to say this guy's name. I'm going to take a stab at it. It's a D4VD. Differted? I don't know. Anyway, D4VD, let's say that. Petals to Thorns. It's on translucent black ice vinyl, and it is from Darkroom Interscope. It's an introduction and a journey into his identity as an artist, and is unable to be boxed into a specific genre. So just 1 year after beginning to make music in his sister's closet in Houston, D4VD has delivered a masterful 9-track project with the familiar hits including RIAA Platinum, Romantic Homicide, a grungy guitar-driven breakup song, and RIAA Gold, Here With Me, a slow-building beachy ballad, plus new tracks showcasing his inimitable sound. And this is on, again, translucent black ice vinyl. And again, excuse all the road noise and the clocks going off and the usual stuff. It just, it's out of my control. Okay, this is unusual. This is Destroy Lonely, If Looks Could Kill. And this is through Opium Interscope. And Destroy Lonely's highly anticipated debut album, If Looks Could Kill, released on vinyl. It features 27 songs floating over hazy electric guitar lines with blends of surrealistic melodies and stylish soundscapes. As part of Destroy Lonely's Look Killa alter ego, he embodied his character with a face mask that he creatively directed to align with the album's story and specifically the vinyl packaging. So I'm trying to show you that up close, okay? And anyway, this is very ambitious for a debut. This is a 3-album set on translucent purple vinyl. So 3 albums for a debut. That's some balls, dude. Okay. This is Elephant Gym Work, and this is through Top Shelf Records. The newest EP from Taiwanese instrumental rock band Elephant Gym. The trio perfectly blend bass, drums, and guitar in a creative and captivating way. This is on white plus spring rain blue galaxy vinyl. Okay, and it does tell you that there. Okay, this is Lupe Fiasco. Lupe Fiasco's Food and Liquor on the Atlantic label. 23-year-old Chicago native who's been highly regarded and coveted by many top-level executives in the industry and ciders for the past three years. He's remained relatively unknown in the public eye until now. With the release of his Atlantic Records debut, Food and Liquor, Lupe Fiasco is sure to take the entire music industry by storm. Laced with 14 tracks of complex, although thought-provoking and playful lyricism, coupled with surefire beats, the 2 LPs on crystal clear 140-gram vinyl. It does tell you here that it's crystal clear. It's part of that Atlantic 75 anniversary with the clear vinyl. Okay, now we've got some reissues for you. We got 3 Ace Frehley from Kiss. 3 Ace Frehley reissues, and these are on the MNRK Heavy label, all 3 of them. Okay, so the first one is a limited edition commemorating the 10th anniversary. It's deluxe 180-gram vinyl from the Half and Half collection, and it's called Animali. And it's neon green half and half vinyl in a gatefold with a download card. There's only 750 copies of each of these releases, and yeah, it's very limited edition. And then, like I said, includes a download card. So that's Animali. Then also there is Space Invader, Okay, this one is limited edition. It's on 45 RPM is the speed that you play this one on. Also vinyl half and half collection, clear and tangerine. So it's half clear and half tangerine vinyl in a gate pulled with the download card. Only 750 copies of this. And then there is Spaceman. And this is also, it's played on 45 RPMs. And this one is 180 gram half and half vinyl collection. It's clear and grape. So half clear, half grape. And a gatefold, 750 copies. Okay. Just move those up a little. Hang on, bear with me. I'm just moving my stack so they don't slide down. Okay. Let's see. Then we have Liam Gallagher of Oasis. This is Nebworth 2022. And it's 2 LPs. It's through Warner Records. Liam Gallagher documents his triumphant 2-night Nebworth Park shows with the release of the live album Nebworth 22. Returning to the scene of the era-defining Oasis gigs in the 90s, the huge audience stretched from fans who had been present some 26 years earlier right through to teenagers relishing the excitement of their first big show. You know, Nebworth 22 is a must-have live album for any fan who wants to relive that experience. Okay, then we have Freddie Gibbs. It's called Freddie, and it's on ESGN. Freddie is the 4th studio album from the acclaimed rapper Freddie Gibbs, one of the most consistent and polished artists of the blog era. Freddie Gibbs has yet to release an album that doesn't achieve widespread acclaim, proving he's able to kind of compete in any era. At 10 tracks, this album comes as a blistering yet concise pace, showcasing his raw and energetic flow, thundering trap-influenced beats, and aside from a tasteful appearance from O3 Greedo, Freddie Gibbs mainly relies on himself to carry the album, which features production from hip-hop heavyweights like Kenny Beats, Dupree, Rich Gaines, and more. Marking the 5th anniversary since release, Freddie is back in print for the first time. And I believe that is just your standard black vinyl, okay? And this is cool. This is Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, the Message reissue. This is through Rhino, so celebrate hip-hop at 50 with this definitive rap classic. The genre-defining debut studio album features a powerful title track, The Message, and it released, and it's in an exclusive, what they're calling Bronx Ice colored vinyl. Now, I have no idea what Bronx Ice looks like. It does tell you on the sticker that that's what the variant is. But anyway, cool record to reissue. Nice. Okay, next up we have Herbie Hancock, and this is the new standard, and it's on Verve. Originally released in 1996 and available for the first time on vinyl now. The new standard features songs by Stevie Wonder, Prince, Sade, Nirvana, and more. Getting creative and inspired and swinging jazz takes from Herbie. And world-class band Michael Brecker on sax, John Schofield on guitar, Dave Holland on bass, Jack DeJohnette on drums, and Don Elias on percussion. So the Verve by Request series features transfers from the analog tapes remastered on double 180 gram vinyl. So that's a cool piece. Okay, this guy is Chris Jansen, and his is called The Outlaw Side of Me, and this is on BMLG Records. Multi-platinum selling artist Chris Jansen is known for his unabashed and raucous style as a songwriter and a performer. His free-spirited approach has captivated country music's newest generation, and his latest album, The Outlaw Side of Me, it's turning up the heat. Each track here was carefully selected to showcase who Jansen is as a man, and as a performer, from the reflective, sentimental, like All I Need Is You, to the barn burner that's called Tap That. An album is a tapestry of Chris Jansen. It's 2 LPs, and it is on orange neon vinyl, and it does tell you that on the sticker. Okay. All right. This is a cool one. This is Khruangbin, Men I Trust, live at RBC Echo Beach on Dead Oceans, and it's only fitting that Khruangbin's first ever official live releases would be these albums paired with their tour mates, artists who they love and admire as friends and who become family along the way. So Khruangbin's series of live LPs traces just one small slice of the band's flight plan through the years. And it's a taste of some of their most beloved cities, stages, and nights. So each release comes with a limited edition, unique album cover, exclusive of the recording's home turf. Just a little something extra for the fans, and brings a little of both sides of the band's magic, the warm, prismatic feeling of their albums and the bewitching energy of the live performances. So Live at RBC Echo Beach features performances by Men I Trust and Khruangbin. Okay, this is John Legend, Love in the Future. This is on Sony Legacy, and John's fourth studio album celebrates its 10th anniversary, featuring the smash hit All of Me and additional 15 tracks with appearances from Rick Ross and Stacey Barth. Okay, this is Lights, and it's DED. Dead? DED? Okay, this is through We Are Fueled by Ramen, and Canadian singer-songwriter. She's an alt-pop icon. She shares DED. It's a reimagined version of her critically acclaimed album, Pep. So it's kind of like if you had PEP and you turned it upside down, you would get DED. So it's just a flipping the energetic, danceable record on its head. Even the track list is reversed. Dead breathes new life into the album's 13 tracks with this dreamy electronic reinterpretation. So, that's an ambitious thing here, but I guess that she's had like a few albums before, and she normally does like a acoustic version afterwards. So anyway, she likes to just reimagine these things. All right, now we have 3 reissues from Lush, and these are on the 4AD label, and these are they come on black and clear vinyl. I'm just showing you the clear vinyl editions because they obviously look identical, when you see them. But all right, so this one, the first one up is Love Life, and this was Lush's final studio album. It landed while Britpop was in full swing. Jarvis Cocker from Pulp even duets with Mickey on the track Ciao, managing to fit in while sticking into the rules they set themselves. With prior albums, it was produced by Pete Bartlett, who has produced Therapy and Kitchens of Distinction, and it features 3 of the band's biggest singles. It has Single Girl, Lady Killers, and 500 Shake Baby Shake. Okay, next one. Okay, that one was Love Life. This one is Split, and it features the singles Desire Lines and Hypocrite. It's the second full-length studio album by Lush, produced by Mike Hedges, famed for his work on The Cure's 17 Seconds and Susie's Kiss in the Dream House, and mixed by Alan Moulder. So Split sees the band hit a poppier sound while retaining their almost pitch black feel. Okay, then we have Lush Spooky. And this one is with a few EPs and a mini album called Scar, having kind of set the scene for them. Their 1990 debut here, Spooky, as a key text for British indie music at the turn of a decade. And it was produced by their label mate, one Robin Guthrie from Cocteau Twins. And it features the singles Nothing Natural, For Love, and Super Blast. Nice. Okay, now we have Meshuggah, Immutable on Atomic Fire. So Immutable once again showcases Meshuggah's kind of collective brilliance, including some of the most jaw-dropping ensemble performances that they've ever executed. Since forming in 1987, the Swedish sound architects known as Meshuggah developed into one of the most technically complex and virtuosic groups and players in the metal realm. And they're a distinctly unique brand of progressive groove-infused death metal, kind of inadvertently launching an entire new subgenre, really. Recorded in Sweden's Sweet Spot Studios, their 9th full-length album is the follow-up to the highly acclaimed Grammy-nominated The Violent Sleep of Reason. So this is on limited edition, orange-colored circle black vinyl. I don't really know what that means, but it does say it on the label here too. Circle black. I don't know. Okay, then this is Public Image Limited, End of the World, and this is on the PIL official label. Public Image announced their 11th studio album and the first album in 8 years. End of the World, the band began writing and recording in 2018 during their 40th anniversary tour, and after the great pause. The band regrouped in the studio, and there was just this massive explosion of ideas. Lydon says that the result finds PIL set to release 13 of the best tracks that they've ever written. Earlier this year, the PIL released Hawaii, which was the most personal piece of songwriting and accompanying artwork that John Lydon has ever shared. It was like a love letter to John's wife of nearly 5 decades, Nora, who is living with Alzheimer's. And it's a pensive, personal, yet universal love song that resonated with many since its release in January. And the song that sees John reflecting on their lifetime well spent, and in particular, one of their happiest moments together in Hawaii. But celebrating their 40th anniversary in 2018, the band is widely regarded as one of the most innovative and influential bands of all time. So here we go. All right, this is time for me to drink a sip of coffee. Sorry, I just talk too much and I get raspy. So anyway, this is Recoil, and this is Unsound Methods. It's on mute. The musical project of Recoil is the musical project of this former Depeche Mode member, Alan Wilder. Originally, it was a solo venture for Alan's more experimental, I can't speak today. It's his most experimental work outside of Depeche Mode. It became his primary music project once he announced his departure from the band in 1995 and recorded at his home studio. Unsound Methods is Recoil's 4th studio album. The record includes a number of collaborators with 4 separate solo vocalists: Douglas McCarthy of Nitzareb, Siobhan Lynch, New York spoken word artist and poet Maggie Estep, and Hilda Campbell, who Wilder worked with on his final Depeche Mode album, although all collaborators were allowed free range. Ultrasound Methods still reverberates as the epitome of Recoil's dark and atmospheric sound. All right, Ty Segall and Emmett Kelly, live at Worship, they're on Drag City. A sunny night in July of 2022, as Ty Segall's Hello High was just about to drop in advance of the album release show at the mighty Terragram Ballroom in LA, Ty and Emmett staged a spontaneous acoustic show at Highland Park Clothing Boutique. So with a packed crowd drawing magnetically towards the players, their performance levels to the roof, intimate in nature but epic in response to the audience's open-hearted enthusiasm. Kind of hard not to be. If you ever see Ty Segall live, he's very, really draws you in, and you're just, you're rooting for him. He's great. He's just great. All right, this is Sun Ra Standards on Org Music. So Sun Ra is the extraordinary, outlandish, and sometimes controversial pianist, as often described as an acquired taste with a massive and diverse catalog, and I mean it's huge. This release is a good place to start for the uninitiated, or dismissive listeners, okay? The album showcases Ra's grounding in jazz tradition with unique takes on standards like Time After Time, Easy to Love, and But Not For Me. So it's not unusual for Sun Ra to be, having the recording process be somewhat informal. For example, Can This Be Love was recorded in his Chicago apartment in 1955, and he is accompanied by the great Wilbur Ware on bass. The other 5 tracks, which feature among others Ra's longtime associate John Gilmore on tenor saxophone, were recorded at the Choreographer's Workshop rehearsal space in 1962 and 1963. The album was mastered for vinyl by Dave Gardner at Infrasonic Mastering and is pressed on gold color vinyl, and it is limited to 500 units at the Palais Group in Germany. Okay, 500 of these. Okay, this is Switchfoot, the Beautiful Letdown, our version. Swimming pool clear colored vinyl, which it says on here, but apparently there's multiple different versions of colors floating out and about. I'm just letting you know this one is swimming pool clear. It's on the Switchfoot label. You guys, this is one of those deja vu moments. I'm sure we've talked about this before, but I could be mistaken. Maybe we just had the CD or something like that. But anyway, it marks the 20th anniversary of Switchfoot's seminal album, The Beautiful Letdown. So the title, the triple platinum record included the chart-topping hits Meant to Live and Dare You to Move, and challenged the lives of the band members and a generation the world over. The underdog success story of The Beautiful Letdown exemplifies Switchfoot's grassroots approach, defying the odds of major labels and mainstream media. In fact, just before the album was released, Switchfoot was dropped from Columbia Records, and it was only after millions of albums had been sold that the label was forced to support the band that they had proved them wrong. And to celebrate 20 years of The Beautiful Letdown, Switchfoot is releasing their version. It's a new, re-recorded edition of the album on both CD and LP. It includes a fold-out poster available in a variety of colors. Okay, so I don't know, there's just something bothering me that we've talked about that before, but I can't remember. All right, Tessa Violet, my God, this is Many Hats distribution. So over the last year, Tessa Violet has released several standout singles, Yes Mom, Breakdown, and Kitchen Song, and created several of her own trends on TikTok, giving her the ability to test and create demand for new music before release. So on the heels of her sold-out Rise of the Phoenix tour, Tessa is gearing up to release her sophomore album this summer and bring her breathtaking live show around the world. Tessa continues to grow her fan base with her unique approach to engaging with fans on TikTok and celebrating her wins with the world. Okay, and it's on pink vinyl. All right, this is a various artist. Tell Everybody, 21st Century Juke Joint Blues from Easy Eye Sound. And this actually is on the Easy Eye Sound label. So this was recorded by Dan Arbach. Dan Arbach is, in the Black Keys, right? And Tell Everybody, 21st Century Juke Joint Blues from Easy Eye Sound spans the diverse blues spectrum, a payment of respect and admiration for the musicians carrying this American tradition into the century and beyond. So it includes new recordings from Dan Arbach, the Black Keys, R.L. Boyce, Gabe Carter, Robert Finley, Jimmy Duck Holmes, Moonrisers, Nat Myers, Glenn Schwartz featuring Joe Walsh, and Leo Bud Welch. Okay. And here is this, I always think that I butcher this name. Extendation, it's XXXTENTACION. Extentation. All right, Extentation presents Members Only Volume 4. This is a double, and it's on the Members Only label. So Members Only is a group Extentation formed as he was still bubbling beneath the surface of the mainstream. Following the release of their fourth project, Members Only Volume 4, the collective has gone on to an indefinite hiatus, which some of its most prominent members, such as Craig Zen and With His Funeral, exiting the group. 3 former members, including Extendation, have sadly passed away. So Volume 4 was originally released via Empire in January of 2019, and it would have been Extendation's 21st birthday. Anyway, 2 LPs, 24 tracks in length. And I believe that is your standard black vinyl. Includes the track Sauce, if you want to know. Okay. Then we have Neil Young. This is Chrome Dreams, and this is 2 LPs on reprise. Now, one of Neil Young's most individual and powerful albums was scheduled to be released in 1977, but as often is the case with Neil Young, things change, and then they change again, and so with Chrome Dreams. It has been a long time coming to get this final version of an album that includes some of rock's most unforgettable songs, and now it is released as Neil Young envisioned it. It's time for Chrome Dreams to find its way into the world. The music included on Chrome Dreams is the debut release of the legendary Lost 1977 album that features 12 classic Neil Young songs, including 4 originals. The 1974 through 1976 studio recordings include 2 previously unreleased versions, 4 tracks never before released on vinyl, and that is a cool thing. So it is mastered from the original analog tapes, 3-sided double album with an etching on side 4. And like I said, 4 tracks never before released. Very, very cool stuff. So you can get that now. That was our last one, kids. Okay, so I'm going to post the list down below that has everything and with the prices, and it's in the comments section. So it should be the first comment, unless one of you beats me if you're an early riser this morning and you're going to get right in there. Okay, we just hit the 40 minute mark. I'm sorry it went long today. I will see you next time. Have a great weekend, everybody.